Alright, this is a guide or walkthrough on how to update the firmware on your Chubby Buttons device from your iPhone. So this first step is going to be for users that have already connected their Chubby Buttons device to their phone at some point. If you haven't done that yet, you can go ahead and skip this step. But first thing that we're going to do is we're going to go into our Bluetooth settings. You can see that I've got Chubby Buttons connected there. And then I'm going to highlight this I icon over here. That's what we're going to end up pressing in order to bring up the menu to forget. So then you'll see forget this device right over here. And then we're going to hit forget this device down here. So now you can see it's no longer in my devices and it's moved down to other devices. That's the state that we want right now. For people that are just getting started, it's okay that it's not in other devices. Right now, all that we care about is that it's not currently in my devices. So now we're going to go ahead and make sure that the Chubby Buttons itself is in a good spot. So we're going to remove the battery, and then we're going to put the battery back in. So now we're going to go back over to the guide, and we're going to scroll down until we can see where it says Step 1, Download Firmware. So we're going to go ahead and tap that, and then hit Download. And then while that's downloading, it's going to be running in the background. We're going to go ahead and make sure that we've got step 2 of having the Nordic app already installed. Some of you might already have it installed, but if you don't yet, you can actually just click on either this link or the NRF Connect icon here. So you can just tap the image. And then as you can see, I already have the NRF Connect installed. There will actually be an install button right here. You can just tap that and then it'll install it for you. And we're going to go ahead and hit open. And then that'll bring us into this level. And right now our Chubby Buttons device isn't scanning. So what we're going to end up doing is we're going to, for some users you might have to poke to have it say start scanning, but I'm going to go ahead and wake up the Chubby Buttons device and then press and hold the minus and the skip back buttons to kick off the blinking sequence. You'll see that this blinking blue light means that we're actually in pairing mode. And then if we scroll through here, we'll see the Chubby Buttons. So right there it is. I'm going to hit connect and then pair. And then this allow Chubby Buttons to display your iPhone notifications. The reason why that's in there is so that way we can actually tell if you're using an iPhone versus an Android. So go ahead and click allow in order to get the best functionality out of your Chubby Buttons. So now that we've got the Chubby Buttons connected, we're going to go up here and go through and right over here. So you've got add ... CLI and all of those, and over to log, and then there's DFU. So the one that we care about up here is DFU. So I'm actually going to center that in the screen a little bit better. And right there is DFU. So we're going to go ahead and tap that. You'll have to be careful not to hit the disconnect button. And then that's going to bring us over to this icon where we're going to be able to use the document picker to select the firmware that actually will be uploaded to your Chubby Buttons device. So we're going to go ahead and poke that, and you'll see here that I've got Chubby Buttons release version 2.2.0, and one of the important items of note is that this 49 KB item there is there. That's roughly the size of the file, and if it's 0 or anything like that, you'll have to double check your internet connection or something like that because you haven't successfully downloaded the file yet. So something just to watch out for. So we're going to go ahead and poke that file, and now we've got this menu over here where we're ready to start the DFU process. And I'm going to point out this LED over here is going to start going red, green, and blue once we hit the start. So right here's that start button. We're going to go ahead and press that. And at this point we've done a successful DFU, and we'll be able to hit clear, and then we'll go back into our Bluetooth settings, and you'll see now it says Chubby Buttons 2. So that's all that you need in order to prove that you've actually done a successful DFU. Your device is already paired, everything's happy and good to go. Although, just because we want to make sure you're starting off with a clean slate, we're going to go ahead and pop out the battery again and forget the device again, and then do a repair just to ensure that nothing bad in fact happened with the process. So I'm going to go ahead and pop out the battery one last time, and then come in here and go back into our settings. And make sure that the device is forgotten. And once again, you can see that it's not in the My Devices section. So then we're going to wake up the device, and then we're going to press and hold the same buttons that we did before. And I'll shimmy that over so that way you guys can see the blinking light. And then at this point we'll connect again, hit pair. And one last time you'll see allow Chubby Buttons to display your iPhone notifications. Like said, that's how we can actually detect the difference between Android and iPhone. So let's go ahead and allow that. And now you're back up and running. So that way you've got full functionality and your Chubby Buttons is good to use.